Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so how was the test this Tuesday?
Dạ em làm còn vài bài nhưng mà hôm nay em lỡ để quên trên lớp tại vì nó kẹt trong cái việc.
What?
Sorry chị Nhi.
Oh my god. It's
Chị
okay.
vậy chủ
Hả?
nhật chị tới nhà em chị sửa luôn.
Oh,
Dạ.
okay. So what do you want me to do this Sunday? If I come to your place, I think I'll read you Harry Potter and things that, can be done face to face better.
Dạ.
It will be more worth the time, because if we just do some very easy things like learning from the book or, then we should do online because it's easier,
Dạ.
Okay, so since you forgot, okay, ủa hay vậy là em làm được, vậy là em làm không đủ thời gian phải không?
Dạ đúng rồi.
Vậy là em làm tới bài mấy vậy? Chỉ cho chị coi cái. Rồi để hiểu. Em làm được tới đâu? Em làm được tới cỡ này chưa? Ủa khoan, em có thấy chưa Thùy?
Dạ chưa.
Hold on. Em làm được tới đây chưa?
Dạ rồi.
Vậy là làm hết bài này rồi phải không?
Đúng rồi.
Rồi tới 2 bài cuối làm không được hả? 2 cái writing á.
Dạ chưa có kịp làm.
Vậy là em làm tới hết cái này là nó 9 giờ rồi phải không?
Dạ đúng rồi.
Okay. Well, not too bad. See, great. Yeah, it's good for the first start. It's good for the first start. So, okay, now first, and what about your grammar homework? What about your grammar, huh?
Chị có gửi không chị?
Yes, I did. I sent you 3 files, and I sent you the directions for each file. I sent you this exercise as well.
Em chưa.
This.
Lúc đó chị nói là tại vì hôm đó em về trễ cho nên là em ra cái em làm bài test xong.
Okay. Không, cái bài này là nghĩa là homework á, hiểu không? Vậy như là bài này thì em làm lúc nào cũng được, không có nhất thiết mà em phải canh giờ như cái bài kia á. Nhưng mà em cũng chưa làm nữa hả?
Dạ đúng.
Okay, vậy thì bữa sau em làm, nếu vậy thì chủ nhật không, nếu vậy thì chủ nhật mình học trên mạng bình thường đi, tại vì đâu có cần qua đâu, tại vì chị sẽ sửa cho em cái bài reading đó với cái bài này thì cái đó sửa trên mạng được mà. Ok, khi mà em có test môn tích hợp hay gì đó, hoặc là em muốn chị đọc Harry Potter á, hoặc là làm những cái gì mà làm qua mạng nó không có hiệu quả bằng á, thì chị sẽ qua vào chủ nhật.
Hồi sáng em có làm thuyết trình bài của tích hợp tiếng Anh.
Vậy hả? So how was it?
Kiểu như là làm về mấy cái con animals đó chị.
English. You can say it in English.
About animals. Yeah, in my class, my teacher my class have 12 or 13 groups. Yeah, and one group have 3 people. And the teacher says one group have choose one animal to information. Yeah, presentation. Để lấy điểm.
Okay, so which animal did you do?
My group choose dolphin.
Dolphins. Those are very cute.
Yeah.
So what did you talk about the dolphins?
We talk about this one. We talk about introduction, pollution, diet, and size of dolphins.
Ooh, wow. So
Yeah.
how was your presentation? Was it successful?
My teacher says good, but my group nên speak to hơn chị.
Should speak louder.
Yeah.
Should speak louder. Okay. That's nice.
Cái bài này dành cho bài lấy điểm kiểm tra một tiết luôn á chị.
Wow, great.
Kiểm tra yeah, kiểm tra.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn on the fan. The fan.
Yeah.
Fan. Oh, man, should I turn off that? With the fan, not fan, fan. Alright. Yeah, I think you're gonna, score high. I think
Yeah.
you're gonna be fine. So today we're going to learn speaking and listening because you forgot because you forgot to okay. It's alright. So the last time we've already, learned this page about good manners, we talked, and now we are gonna do a listening exercise, okay?
Em lấy sách này chị.
Okay, yeah, go. Select track 14. Track 14.
Page 47, Activity 2, Part B. Listen again. Check the advice each caller receives. Page 50, Lesson 11B. Plenty to do. Activity 1, Part B.
That's so quick. I think
Bài
we're
nào vậy chị? Bài nào?
trang năm 4 mà em.
Dạ.
Mấy này mình đã qua CD 3 rồi. It's so quick.
Page 53, Activity 2, Part
55.
Page 55, Activity 2, Part B. Listen again. Now check the things Amy says about the U. Page 55, Lesson.
Okay, so open your book to page 55, please.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so read activity 2A.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
12B. Good manners.
Hear well?
Activity 2,
Yes.
Part A. Listen. What are the customs for visiting someone's home? First, check the things Jean-Pierre says about France.
So, Jean-Pierre, is this your first visit to the United States?
Yes, it is. It's all a bit confusing. You know, some friends invited me to their home for dinner next week. What should I take as a gift?
Oh, well, it's probably best to take some flowers. Or maybe a small gift, like something typical from your country.
Yes. Well, in France, flowers are a good idea too, or a box of chocolates. And in France, it's polite to arrive a little early. Is it the same here?
Well, in the U.S., we don't arrive exactly on time, but you should arrive no more than 15 minutes late. If you're going to be later than that, you really should call so they don't think you've gotten lost or forgotten to come.
Oh, I wouldn't want that.
No. Now, in France, how do you greet your host or hostess when you arrive?
Well, when you get there, it's normal to kiss your hostess on both cheeks. If you're a man, you shake hands with the host. Well, you don't kiss him.
Okay. Well, here we sometimes kiss our hostess on one cheek, not both. Generally, we don't kiss our host. It kind of depends on how well you know your host and hostess.
Oh, another thing. In France, you shake hands with all the other guests. If you don't, it's not polite. What about here?
Well, here it's usually okay just to say hello. Oh, it's also important to look people in the eye when you talk to them. People may think you're unfriendly if you don't. And use their first names.
In the past, people were formal too in France. They didn't use first names. Now, we generally use first names too. You know, if someone is close enough to you and, you've met them before and you've talked.
Did you hear of it?
Page
Để
55.
chưa,
Lesson
còn thiếu vài cái.
Yeah, okay. So we'll listen again, okay?
Yes.
12B. Good manners. Activity 2. Part A. Listen. What are the customs for visiting someone's home? First, check the things Jean-Pierre says about France.
Jean-Pierre.
So, Jean-Pierre, is this your first visit to the United States?
Yes, it is. It's all a bit confusing. You know, some friends invited me to their home for dinner next week. What should I take as a gift?
Oh, well, it's probably best to take some flowers. Or maybe a small gift, like something typical from your country.
Yes. Well, in France, flowers are a good idea too, or a box of chocolates. And in France, it's polite to arrive a little early. Is it the same here?
Well, in the U.S., we don't arrive exactly on time. But you should arrive no more than 15 minutes late. If you're going to be later than that, you really should call so they don't think you've gotten lost or forgotten to come.
Oh, I wouldn't want that.
Now, in France, how do you greet your host or hostess when you arrive?
Well, when you get there, it's normal to kiss your hostess on both cheeks. If you're a man, you shake hands with the host. Well, you don't kiss him.
Okay. Well, here we sometimes kiss our hostess on one cheek, not both. Generally, we don't kiss our host. It kind of depends on how well you know your host and hostess.
Oh, another thing. In France, you shake hands with all the other guests. If you don't, it's not polite. What about here?
Well, here it's usually okay just to say hello. Oh, it's also important to look people in the eye when you talk to them. People may think you're unfriendly if you don't. And use their first names.
In the past, people were formal too in France. They didn't use first names. Now, we generally use first names too. You know, if someone is close enough to you and, you know, you've met them before. And
Okay. So how about now?
Good.
Okay. So
Page 55.
Okay, so in which countries do they take flowers or chocolates as a gift when they go visit their friends?
France.
Is it the same in the US?
Yes.
So you tick both boxes, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Có quyền đánh hai cái luôn hả chị?
Yeah, I think you can. Like at first I thought it's just once, but after listening to it, there are actually.
Chị có mấy cái đấy, có hai cái mẹ đánh có cái.
Oh, đúng rồi. Okay, so in which country should you arrive a little early?
France.
France?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So what did they say? Did you hear any particular phrase? Yeah, you probably forgot it. But this is basically something like, it's polite to be a little early, he said. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in which country should you arrive a little late?
US.
Okay, but how much is a little late?
Em nghe gì mà 15 minutes more.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. What will happen if you are late more than 15 minutes?
Yeah.
What will happen if you are late for more than 15 minutes?
Close gì đó. Close. You close.
You what?
Close lại. Tell me.
Em có nhớ không? Ảnh có cái cô đó có nói là nên trễ mà đừng có trễ nhiều hơn 15 phút. Nếu mà lỡ trễ nhiều hơn 15 phút thì người ta sẽ nghĩ cái gì? Do you remember?
No.
Okay. All right. So it's okay. Okay. So what about kiss your host on one cheek? Which country is it like that?
France.
France.
Yeah.
What about the States? What about the US?
Như cũng có.
Cái chỗ này nó hơi lộn xộn phải không? Chữ host với hostess phải không?
Đúng rồi.
Hồi nghe lại chỗ đó ha.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what about shake hands with all the guests? Where should you do that?
France.
France. That is number 1, 2, 3. Yep, number 8. So that's correct. How about looking people in the eyes during conversations?
France như là vậy.
You sure?
France. Yes.
I don't think you got this correct. We'll listen to it again, okay?
Yeah.
And the last one?
The US.
Use first names with all the guests. What about French? What about the French?
Chỉ cần nói last name.
Yeah, there was something more complicated at this one. Okay, so now we listen again. Pay attention to the host and hostess part and the 2 last sentences, okay?
Yes.
All right.
Lesson 12B. Good Manners. Activity 2. Part A. Listen. What are the customs for visiting someone's home? First, check the things Jean-Pierre says about France.
Yeah.
So, Jean-Pierre, is this your first visit to the United States?
Yes, it is. It's all a bit confusing. You know, some friends invited me to their home for dinner next week. What should I take as a gift?
Oh, well, it's probably best to take some flowers. Or maybe a small gift, like something typical from your country.
Yes. Well, in France, flowers are a good idea too, or a box of chocolates. And in France, it's polite to arrive a little early. Is it the same here?
Well, in the U.S., we don't arrive exactly on time, but you should arrive no more than 15 minutes late. If you're going to be later than that, you really should call so they don't think you've gotten lost or forgotten to come.
Oh, I wouldn't want that.
No. Now, in France, how do you greet your host or hostess when you arrive?
Well, when you get there, it's normal to kiss your hostess on both cheeks. If you're a man, you shake hands with the host. Well, you don't kiss him.
Okay. Well, here we sometimes kiss our hostess on one cheek, not both. Generally, we don't kiss our host. It kind of depends on how well you know your host and hostess.
Oh, another thing. In France, you shake hands with all the other guests. If you don't, it's not polite. What about here?
Well, here it's usually okay just to say hello. Oh, it's also important to look people in the eye when you talk to them. People may think you're unfriendly if you don't. And use their first names.
In the past, people were formal too in France. They didn't use first names. Now, we generally use first names too. You know, if someone is close enough to you and you've met them before and you've talked.
Hey, hồi nãy chị nghe, nhưng mà cái phần kiss này á, do chị ở dưới chứ chị không biết nó là số mấy á.
Page 55. Lesson 12B.
Em có nghe được cái phần host không?
Host là gì?
Cái phần host hostess á. Mình nghe lại thêm một lần nữa nha. Tại vì chị ở dưới này cái do chị ghi cái câu trả lời mà nó hơi ấy á.
Yeah.
Nó không phải là cuốn sách cho nên lúc mà chị đánh chị không biết câu nào nhưng mà
confusing. You know, some
Well, it's probably best to take some flowers. Country.
Too, or a box of chocolates. It's to arrive a little early.
Don't
The same here?
Well, in the U.S., we don't arrive exactly on time, but you should arrive no more than 15 minutes late. If you're going to be later than that, you really should call so they don't think you've gotten lost or forgotten to come.
Oh, I wouldn't want that.
No. Now, in France, how do you greet your host or hostess when you arrive?
Well, when you get there, it's normal to kiss your hostess on both cheeks. If you're a man, you shake hands with the host. Well, you don't kiss him.
Okay. Well, here we sometimes kiss our hostess on one cheek, not both. Generally, we don't kiss our host. It kind of depends on how well you know your host and hostess.
Oh, another thing. In France, you shake hands with all the other...
I got it. But it's very tricky. Those four questions, they're pretty tricky.
Yes.
Okay, so what are your answers for the kiss the host on one cheek or both cheeks? What are your answers? Okay, in which country do you kiss your host on one cheek?
In France.
Okay, so pay attention. The tricky part is that there are hosts and oopsies, there are hosts and
Host gì chị là chủ.
là chủ nhưng mà là nam, còn hostess là chủ nhưng mà là nữ. Đây là cái chỗ mà nó khó á, nhất là khi hai chữ này nha nó giống nhau và họ nói lẫn lộn nhau và nó khác, và chỉ có một điều nó tricky nữa là giống như lúc mình nhìn cái này á, thì mình cứ tưởng là mỗi câu sẽ có một câu trả lời đúng á, nhưng mà sau khi nghe thì mình biết nó là có câu nó có hai câu trả lời đúng, và mình nghe này mới biết là sẽ có những câu nó không có câu nào đúng cả.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vậy thì trong này sẽ có hai câu không có câu trả lời đúng. Không là nghĩa là không có nước nào mà họ làm cái đó cả.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think there are any countries? Okay, so can you guess? Okay, so host is male, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, hostess is female. Okay, so in which country do they kiss their host on the cheek, on one cheek?
Yes. France.
France, are you sure?
Nãy có nghe khúc nào mà nói với host là sẽ hôn, nhưng mà còn nói với nữ là như chỉ bắt tay à? Không, nói với nữ là bắt tay, nói với nữ là hôn, rồi còn nam là bắt tay.
Vậy đó là nước nào?
France.
Yep, that's correct. Vậy thì hôn nữ thì là hôn mấy? Một bên má hay là cả hai bên?
Một bên.
Are you sure? Well, we'll listen again. Okay, so what about the two last sentences? Did you change your answers?
Cái nào chị, cái nào?
Okay, the two last questions. Did you change your answers?
Yes, cái cuối cùng là cả hai.
Use first name. Yeah. Why? Why did you change your answer?
Tại vì em nghe người ta nói là vậy.
But what did you hear?
The USA, in US use the first name. Rồi bên France cũng yes to, in France use a first name too.
Nhưng mà tại sao lúc đầu em lại nghe lộn là France nó sử dụng last name nhỉ?
Chắc là em nghe.
It's okay. Like they did talk about the last name, so understandable.
Yeah.
Well, in France, they did talk about the last name. But when did they use the last names? But
No.
you don't know?
Yes.
It's okay. Like basically in France, they used to use last names, but now they're using first names, just like the US as well. And okay, looking at people in the eye during conversation. So, where do you think this happens? Looking at people in the eye during conversations.
Yes.
France.
Entering conversation. Yes.
Oh, actually, it's in the US. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So listen to it one more time. Here. Yeah, there are two answers that are not ticked in any box, and listen carefully. The key is at hostesses and one or both cheeks. Okay, you
Yeah.
classify that. Okay, and look people in the eye during conversations. Yeah, you got this wrong, so pay attention to it and
Yeah.
get it right. And also try to find out why it is right too, because you probably have guessed the right answer now, but I want you to listen to why it is like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No more than 15 minutes late. If you're going to be later than that, you really should call so they don't think you've gotten lost or forgotten to come.
Oh, I wouldn't want that.
No. Now, in France, how do you greet your host or hostess when you arrive?
Well, when you get there, it's normal to kiss your hostess on both cheeks. If you're a man, you shake hands with the host. Well, you don't kiss him.
Okay. Well, here we sometimes kiss our hostess on one cheek, not both. Generally, we don't kiss our host. It kind of depends on how well you know your host and hostess.
Oh, another thing. In France, you shake hands with all the other guests. If you don't, it's not polite. What about here?
Well, here it's usually okay just to say hello. Oh, it's also important to look people in the eye when you talk to them. People may think you're unfriendly if you don't. And use their first names.
In the past, people were formal too in France. They didn't use first names. Now, we generally use first names too. If someone is close enough to you and, you've met them before.
Okay, so which box did you check at this section?
Cái nào chị, cái nào?
Ở phần này nè, khoan từ từ, trong phần này nè thì có 2 ô không tick cái nào cả, và có 2 ô có tick 1 ô. Có 2 câu là không có tick ô nào hết, còn 2 câu còn lại thì có tick 1 trong 2 ô. Vậy thì em tick ô nào? Ô này, ô này, ô này, ô này, ô này, ô này, ô này hay là ô này?
Em nghĩ là cái đầu là không.
Không có. Yep, that's correct.
Cái thứ hai thì sẽ có.
Vậy em check ô nào?
Dạ, US.
The US.
Khoan chị. Yeah.
The US. Kiss your host on both cheeks. Okay, and the next one?
On one cheek. Dạ, như là không có.
Và cái cuối?
Như là có.
Vậy là cái cuối thì em ô không cái nào?
Cái cuối em ấm France.
Yeah, cái cuối này đúng nè. Nhưng mà 3 câu trên em sai. Lộn, 2 câu giữa em sai. Cái này không có tick là đúng rồi. Like, nobody kissed the host on one cheek. And nobody kissed the host on both cheeks either. They don't kiss the male host. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So in France, they kiss the hostess on both cheeks. And in America, they kiss the hostess on one cheek. But in neither country do they kiss the host. It's just their tradition. I don't know why. Yeah. And here, did you change your answer?
Yes.
So it's now in the US, right?
Yes.
So what exactly did you hear that makes you want to change your answer?
Em chỉ nhớ được chút đó.
Basically thì một cái điều mà nó rõ ràng nhất mà em có thể nghe đó là khi mà người ta nói về cái look people in the eye during conversation thì em nghe cái giọng nữ.
Yeah.
Mà xuyên suốt bài thì em đã có thể biết là cái giọng nam là cái ông người Pháp, còn giọng nữ là cái cô Mỹ.
Yeah, that's right.
Đó là một cái thứ đơn giản mà có thể giúp em nghĩ ra. Okay, so now discussion. Which customs from part A are the same in your country? Okay, so in our country, do we have any of these customs?
In we country don't kiss, but shake hand with all the guests.
Yeah, you shake hands with all the guests?
Yes. I think so.
Okay, yeah. And also, do we use first names with the guests?
We use first name.
Yeah, it's true. Well, in America or in France, using first names means that, you know, we're trying to be friendly because using the last name is very, you know, formal. Understand?
Yes.
Yeah, but here we're using first names not because we're friendly to each other, but because it's our tradition to call everyone by their first names.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, so do we take flowers or chocolates as a gift when we first visit someone's home?
I think half, but usually they use big cái món quà to mà
Big present?
Yes, big present. In that have a snack.
Yeah.
Chocolate or rượu.
Wine.
Yeah, wine.
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 Yeah, wine. Yeah. Yeah, we do bring presents, but we don't really bring flowers or chocolates, do we?
I think this have.
Yeah. Okay, so do we arrive a little early or a bit late?
I think early is good.
Yeah, me too. I think a bit early is good, but we Vietnamese tend to be quite late. Don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Late, but I think some people is không có khó tính hả chị?
Yeah, they are not, you know, strict.
Yeah, strict, and they can wait 2 weeks, but không nên cho người ta chờ quá lâu.
Yeah, we should not let them wait for too long, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I see. Yeah. Do we kiss our host? Host ở đây có nghĩa là chủ nhà.
Don't. We shake hands.
We shake hands, yeah. Do we hug?
What?
Do we hug?
Yeah.
We hug? You think so?
No.
So do you hug the owner of the house when you just...
Hug là vậy hả chị?
Hug là ôm á. Yeah. No, that is huge. Cái này là huge, nghĩa là bự, còn cái này là hug, động từ là ôm.
Yes. Have. I think have.
You think that we do, chứ không phải là have. Em nói chữ have không vậy thì nó không có nghĩa. Dù gì hiểu là do tiếng Việt nó là chắc là có, cho nên em nói là have, ý em nói là có, phải không? Nhưng mà thật ra trong tiếng Anh người ta không dùng như vậy. Người ta ví dụ chị hỏi là do you have that tradition? Do you have that tradition? Thì em nói là we do. Tụi mình có.
Yeah, we.
Chứ còn nếu mà em muốn có nghĩa là có, nó có không thì em nói chữ yes, chứ em không có nói chữ have.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you do. You do hug your host and hostess. Is that right?
Yes.
Host is like host has a lot of meaning, but it also means like if you are the MC of an event, you run a show, you know the MC?
MC, yeah.
Yeah, an MC is also called a host of an event, a host. Nhưng mà ở đây nó có nghĩa là chủ nhà.
Chủ nhà.
And it means, but it's male. And host, yeah, hostess. is also chủ nhà, but it's female.
Yes.
Yeah. Do we kiss when we come to somebody's house? We don't.
No.
Yeah, we are very, we are pretty, we're not touchy. We don't really touch each other and much less kiss. And we can shake hands with I guess. Do we look people in the eye during conversations?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think this is traditional to any country. I think it's probably everywhere because, making eye contact is important in communication because it's like the general human body language. I think
Yes.
it will be the same in every nation. All right. So what other things do we do when we visit someone's home here in Vietnam? What do we do?
What other things do you
Mm-hmm.
là mình
Mm-hmm.
là sao chị là
Vậy thì ngoài những cái tradition này nè, khi mà mình thăm nhà người khác á, thì mình còn làm cái gì nữa? Khi là người Việt Nam á, what are the other things we do?
tặng quà?
Yeah. Besides everything here, what do we do? We have a very,
We hello to them.
Yeah, we say hello to them, definitely. But as Vietnamese, we have a very unique tradition that Westerners don't have when visiting someone's home. Do you know what it is?
No.
We take our shoes off before entering the house.
Yes.
Yeah, we do that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but strange thing is Westerners don't do that.
Yeah.
That is a tradition of ours. Yeah. So if someone asks you what they should do when they're visiting someone's home here in Vietnam, you might want to say that you should take your shoes off before you enter the house, unless the owner tell you that you can, wear the shoes.
Yes.
Okay. So anything else? There has to be other things.
I think hết rồi.
That's all?
Yeah.
Let's think of other things. I mean, we are like a very diverse culture. There has to be more.
Em thấy chị người Việt Nam mình ít mấy cái.
No, it's all right. Okay, so have you ever had a visitor from abroad in your home? Did he or she break any rules? That's a fun question.
Have you
Okay, here. Have you ever had a visitor from abroad in your home? Did he or she break any rules? Nghĩa là trước giờ. Nghĩa là trước giờ thì nhà em có khách nước ngoài chưa và họ có làm những cái gì mà không có giống với truyền thống mình bao giờ chưa?
Dạ có.
So what happened? Hả?
Ông bà gọi là khách không chị?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you can talk about them. That is debatable, but you can talk about them. Okay, so your grandparents, where are they from?
American.
America. Great. So what rules did they break?
They eat.
They eat? English.
Eat.
They eat?
Eat don't sample in my family. You
eat what? They eat what?
They eat breakfast. Different. Yeah, different in Vietnam.
Do you consider that breaking any rules?
I see not have
Mm-hmm.
because my grandparents like live in Việt Nam but gì đó cứ vào Mỹ sống cho nên là vẫn giữ được truyền thống nhưng mà cũng có mấy cái được thay đổi.
Okay, so how would you say that in English?
My grandparents live in Vietnam but they live in American because have some vài cái chuyện gì đó em không biết.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's okay. So he follows American culture?
Yes.
All right, I see. So okay. Now activity 3. Okay, imagine a visitor is coming to our country, Vietnam. Give advice on these topics. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so if a foreigner is going to go and eat with Vietnamese in a restaurant, is there anything you
Yes.
can advise he or she?
Group word imagine
Mm-hmm.
là mình sẽ làm chị chỉ lại hay
Okay, so imagine, okay?
yeah.
Imagine a foreign friend of ours is visiting our country, Vietnam. And so here are the things he or she is gonna do. So, okay, so if they go and eat in a restaurant, what should they do? What should they keep in mind?
Wait for table.
Yeah, wait for your table. Is that typical in Vietnam?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If the restaurant have a many people.
I see. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In a restaurant here in Vietnam, do we give the waiters tips?
Yes, but sometimes.
Yeah, it is not the norm here, right?
Yes.
So, okay. So if we go eat with other people in a restaurant, are
Yeah.
there any other things that we need to remember?
Don't talk, don't speak aloud.
Yeah, don't speak aloud. It's true because that's very rude.
And sometimes if you're watching the phone, you must to bật cái light nhỏ lại.
Oh, yeah, true. That is something you really need to pay attention to.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think, yeah, there's also a tradition here. Like, if you're at a party table with a lot of people,
Yeah.
I think we should wait for the important person to eat first. Is that right? Usually,
Yes.
yeah, usually it is the oldest person.
Yeah.
Yeah, so foreigners really should pay attention to that because in their countries, the age doesn't really matter, but here it is a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so eating on the streets. This is interesting. So, what would you advise your friend?
I think we can do anything, but don't go to some cái mấy quán ăn.
Yeah, don't
go to some store but sell the food. It's not good.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And yeah, also they have to be very careful. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, they don't want to, have a stomachache. Personally, if I advise them, If they're a foreigner and they want to try some street food, maybe they, should be skeptical of the price because people usually, inflate the price to foreigners.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they should go with Vietnamese friends as well because they just don't know. I mean, they should like look up and ask around for the price first so they know how much it should be. So if the price is too high, they know.
Yes.
Okay, so giving gifts, what do you think we should keep in mind? A foreigner should keep in mind when they give gifts.
They give to another people's we give to they.
And they giving presents. They giving presents to Vietnamese. What should they keep in mind?
I think same they country, but we must to give the big present. Big present, but small small present, but can use chocolate to give, but it's sometimes if you give somebody thân thiết
Close.
close,
Ừ,
you
cái
must,
đó là trước con học á.
yeah, we must to give a big present.
Yeah. You sure? Because I don't think the size of the present really matters here.
Yes.
As long as you mean it, the present is valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah. But one thing I noticed that foreigners don't understand here either is that if you want to give somebody money, you need to you need to put the money into the envelope. Remember? You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like so normal here, but foreigners just don't know that and they just give Vietnamese like straight money, like here 500K, take it. No, you gotta put it in an envelope because it's how it works here. Yeah, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, because we Vietnamese are not very comfortable with receiving money. So you've got to put it in an envelope.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about meeting people? What should they keep in mind here?
Meeting people. I think
say
say hello to they or chào hỏi.
Yeah, greet.
Hỏi thăm sức khỏe.
Yeah, ask for the help.
And and say something good.
Yeah, say something nice. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, so what do you think we do here but people don't do in Western countries?
Meeting people on other country.
So there's something that we do when we meet people here. Something very small, very, very trivial, but Westerners don't. You figure out what it is. It's so normal to you, you don't know. You might not realize, but try to think a bit. A clue may be we take age into account. We take age very seriously. That's the point. Just.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, because it's basically nodding your head to say hi.
Yes.
Yeah, that is something you should tell a foreigner because they don't do that either. That's not nice. Yeah, like nod our head when greeting because that's what the Vietnamese do. All right, standing in line. Is there anything special about standing in line in our country?
I think we must do standing in line normal.
And
And Don't xô đẩy.
Don't push other people.
Yeah, don't push in people.
Yeah. But honestly, yeah, that's like nothing very special about standing in line in our country. We
Yeah.
just gotta do what other people in other countries do. But apparently, the line making culture in our country is not that developed. We stand in
Yeah.
line, but only to some specific places, not everywhere, which kind of sucks.
Yes.
All right, traveling by bus and subway. This is interesting. So, what would you tell a foreigner? Ooh, that's so nice. What's that?
Cái đồ dán sticker không thấm nước hả chị?
Oh, that's so cute.
Tại hôm qua em đi
English.
because tomorrow I have point of literature good and my mom gives me to go to the shop to buy something.
That is very good. Congratulations.
Yes,
Mm.
that's many more.
Yeah, you need to study really hard.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, so back here, traveling by bus or subway. So, what exactly do you think you should tell foreigner when they come here?
Traveling by bus or subway. Subway là đồ ăn nhanh thôi.
No, subway là tàu. Subway là cái tàu ở dưới
Tàu điện ngầm.
nhưng mà nó tàu điện ngầm đúng rồi đó. Yeah. So we don't have subways here. I guess that's something we should tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been trying to build one. It's gonna take forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what should you tell them?
Don't talk loud too. Don't speak loud.
Don't.
And don't put your foot on the chair on the entrance.
Yeah, this is gross. Yeah. Anything else?
I think no.
Well, you know what I would tell them?
No.
I tell them that, hey, be careful because the bus here is not so punctual like in your country.
Yeah.
You know punctual?
Punctual?
Punctual. Know what it is?
No.
Có bao giờ nghe chữ này chưa?
Chưa.
Punctual có nghĩa là đúng giờ.
Đúng giờ. Yeah.
Yeah, I am going to warn them about this before they get so shocked. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will tell them that the bus in our country is not so punctual.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll know. They won't be shocked. And also, what they need to know is that they need to be careful because people pickpocket a lot in the bus, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was in grade 10, I took a bus and somebody took my phone. It was horrible.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that would be something I'd tell foreigners as well because it's definitely not the thing in their country.
Yeah.
Not good. All right, using business cards. You know what you should tell them?
No.
You don't.
Don't know.
Yeah, well, what I've learned, this is not necessarily a tradition in our country, but I know a way to, making to like when you give business card is better, is that pay attention to, okay, so like this is the like put the direction of the words like to their position, not the opposite, Understand what I mean? Yeah, give it in the direction that they can read the word and give it by two hands. They can take it. It's their way. So it's on their side. So, when you receive it, it's just nice. It's better than just, giving them like this. It's not as nice. That's what I know. Yeah. And what about using first names? What should you tell them?
Using first name.
Mm-hmm.
Is can, but I think don't good.
Not good? Why not?
Because have a many people say have a many same first name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think it is typical Vietnam that it's typical Vietnam that we use first names rather than last names, you know?
Yeah.
We call everybody by their first names. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But do you notice one thing that we do before the first name? It's something that Westerners or at least English speakers don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so call me in Vietnamese and call me by my name. What would you call?
Call.
Thường thì em gọi chị, em kêu chị, em sẽ nói như thế nào? Bằng tiếng
Kim.
hả?
Yeah. Chị Kim.
Oh yeah. So notice anything when you say that?
Yeah.
Besides my name, what did you say? Besides my name. When you call me in Vietnamese, what did you say? Before my name.
Before your name.
Okay, so call me again. Gọi chị bằng tiếng Việt lại, kêu chị một cái.
Kim.
Hả?
Chị Kim.
Ừ đó, ngoài cái chữ Kim em còn nói chữ gì nữa?
Chị.
Đúng rồi đó, cái đó thì trong tiếng Anh người ta không có.
Yeah.
Khi mà em yeah.
I think say Kim.
Yeah, if you call me in English, you just call me Kim, like hey Kim or teacher. You don't really call, you don't really call like sister Kim or something like that because
Yes.
it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so using first name. So I think that's the thing we should tell foreigners when they're here. Like if they speak Vietnamese and they want to call people by their first names, they need to pay attention to the pronouns.
Yeah.
Yeah, pronouns là chị, anh, em, cô, chú, bác. Yeah, we put that before every name we call.
Yes.
Như là thì em gọi chị là chị Kim, rồi em ra ngoài em gặp người lớn hơn thì em sẽ gọi chị Thanh, anh Hải gì đó. Em lúc nào cũng sẽ có cái pronoun trước cái tên first name của họ.
Yeah.
Yeah, là cô. Ví dụ như là cô, chú, bác thì em cũng vậy. Ví dụ cô ơi, yeah, so those.
Yeah.
Alright. What about using the phone? What should foreigners pay attention to when they use the phone here?
Can you phone but cẩn thận.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking of that.
Lost a phone. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty sad when that's something we have to tell them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel sad. I wish people would stop stealing.
Yes.
Do not use it on the street. Terrible. Right. What about visiting someone's home? Back to the topic we were talking about. What should we pay attention to?
Visit someone else. Give present to.
Yeah, give.
And chào hỏi luôn.
Yeah, greeting. Yeah. Yeah, take out your shoes, definitely. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Take out your shoes. Yeah. Let me think. Yeah, like say hi to other members, like walking around the house as well. Don't just focus on the host.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that's it. All right. Now there is a speaking task, communication task. Work in groups of 3. One of you should look at tasks 12 and 81, task 13, 82, another task 27, 88. You're going to find out.
Bị đứng đó rồi chị ơi.
Hold on.
Nghe không có rõ.
Hey, is it better? Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay, so all right. Okay, so here's a communication task. Well, this task is supposed to be for 3 people, but I think both of us can do it. Okay, now you please turn to page 82, and I will turn to page 81. Turn to page 82.
Để chơi trò chơi này hả chị?
Can we để
Chị nói
sao?
lại tại nãy nó bị đứng rõ.
Okay. Em lật qua trang 82, task 8, task 13. You got your book?
Dạ rồi.
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna turn to page 81.
Rồi.
Okay, hold on. 1281.
Ủa chơi trò chơi này hả chị?
Yeah, we're gonna do a communication task. 81. Task 12. Hey, what happened? What happened? Did you turn it off?
I don't know.
Did anything happen? Like suddenly you just...
No.
Okay. That is so weird. Well, okay, now get back. Okay. Take turns reading these statements into your partners. Decide together which one's true or false. Then turn to page 93 to check your answer. Yeah. Now we're going to guess whether these are right or wrong. Okay? Hear me?
Là... Dạ rồi.
Yeah, okay. So for number 1, in
Yeah.
Korea, take off your shoes before entering a home. Do you think it might be true or false?
What?
Okay. Oh my god. Well, okay, so better now?
Yes. Dạ chưa. Nó vẫn còn bị sập chừng.
Just wait a moment. Better. Okay. Is it better now?
Oh my gosh.
Is it better now?
No, too.
Wow. Oh my god. Wait for a moment.
Chập.
Yeah, it is still quite administered. I thought. Still quite slow. Better now?
Nó vẫn còn chập.
Is it better now? How is it now?
Chưa luôn. Nó cứ chập.
It's okay. Now let's do a little writing task, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't do this writing. You didn't have time to do it, okay? Until, you know, these small things. You didn't have time to do it.
Là sao chị?
Em nghe rõ không? Bữa nay em làm này không kịp phải không?
Yes.
Học
tiếp đi chị.
You don't want to write?
Em làm miếng viết quá.
But then the internet is not so good. You know, you only have to write 35 to 45 words. That's literally like 3 or 4 sentences.
Thôi chị học bài học.
Okay, fine. Okay, so now in Korea, take off your shoes before entering a home. Do you think it might be true or false?
Entering là sao chị?
entering là enter là enter is like đi vào, đi vô á. Enter a place, get in a place.
Take off your shoes là cởi giày ra.
Yep. Do you think you have to do that in Korea?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a guess. Why do you think so?
Because I think if you take on your shoes in their house, it's very dirty in the floor.
Yeah, true. But what if you are in a Western country, for example, America maybe? Do you have to take off your shoes?
Yes, too.
Really?
But in US, I see some people. No. Tại vì có nhiều người ta sẽ cởi giày không à?
Thì cái đó là do mình là một nước châu Á hả? Do you realize that?
Yes.
Yeah, they don't really do it in Western countries.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So, what is number 1 in your sheet?
In Japan, direct eye contact is very important.
Yeah. Do you think that's correct?
Direct eye là sao chị? Contact
Là nhìn vào mắt người ta, nhìn một cách trực tiếp vào mắt người ta. Nhìn trực tiếp. Do you think it's correct?
Yes.
Personally, I'm not sure. While I do think that eye contact should be important everywhere, that's my guess, but the Japanese is pretty distant to everybody. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Do you think so?
Yes.
Do you think the Japanese could be very cold?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we should not really make direct eye contact with them.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure. I don't know. It's just guessing. We're gonna check it out later. All right. So here, in China, always leave at least a 15% tip. Do you think that's true or false?
Percentage là sao chị?
Okay, in China, always leave a 15% tip. You know what a tip is, right?
Tip?
Do you know what this is, right?
No.
You don't know what a tip is?
Chị nói thử là
Tiền tiếp á, tiền tip á, tiền tip á.
tip tiền.
Em có nghe tiền tip bao giờ chưa? Như là như tiếng Việt đọc là tiền tiếp. Tip, tip, like em thường khi mà em đi taxi em sẽ tip cho người lái thêm 10 hoặc 15 ngàn. Còn ví dụ em đi 65 ngàn thì em sẽ tip người ta tiền tip là tiền bo. Vậy thì ở đây 15% tip. Em biết 15% là gì không?
15%.
Vậy thì 15% tip is a tip that's like 15% of the whole bill.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, but I don't know because I don't live in China.
yeah, you can guess. Well, try guessing. Do you think it is like that?
Yes.
Why?
Em chỉ đoán vậy thôi chứ em cũng không biết tại sao đâu. Yeah.
I really don't know either, but if I guess, I don't think we actually have to leave a tip in China. You know why?
No.
Because they're also a Southeast Asian country, and we are also a Southeast Asian country. To some extent, China and Vietnam are pretty similar. So if we don't give them a 15% tip, I don't think they do either. You know?
Yeah.
All right. So what's number 2 in your page?
In Saudi Arabia.
Pardon?
Em muốn đọc cái chữ này sao chị kéo xuống chị con luôn đi.
Fine. In Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. You should eat only with the rice. Saudi Arabia. Let me search online because there are several ways you could read this. Could be Saudi, could be Saudi or
Yes.
Saudi. So I'm not sure. I gotta look it up. But the second word is Arabia, definitely. Saudi. Saudi crown.
Cute.
Saudi pronunciation. Saudi pronunciation. How to pronounce Saudi Arabia? So slow. Done. That was so quick. I haven't even heard it. Saudi. Yeah, it's Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. Do you hear that? Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia. Only eat with your right hand. Do you think that's correct?
No.
Em
còn biết cái nước gì nữa chị?
Yeah, me either. Me either. Just guess. I guess yes because it sounds strange. So it must be strange.
Không biết nước gì luôn.
Yeah. So you guess, just guess. You should guess. You think it's true or false?
I think true.
True. Yeah, me too. Because
Because I think like những cái nước ở châu Âu, châu Phi á.
Gì đó là nó gần Ấn Độ hay sao đó.
Dạ đúng rồi, em cũng nghĩ vậy.
Arabia thật ra là Ả Rập á, chị không biết Ả Rập ở đâu. Chị không có giỏi địa lý gì lắm nên chị cũng không biết nữa. Yeah. Okay, so next one. In Australia, you shouldn't cut in line. Definitely, you should not cut in line anywhere. I think so.
Why?
In Australia, you should not cut in line.
Should not cut in line là không nên xếp hàng đúng không chị?
Đâu có cut nghĩa là gì?
Cắt hàng.
Cut in line là
nó gọi là gì? Em biết nhưng mà em không biết gọi nó là sao nữa. Gọi tiếng Việt.
Chen nhậu hàng, lấn hàng.
Lấn hàng lại là
cut in line. Yeah. I think that is definitely true because you should never cut in line ever.
No. What?
I think this is true. I think it's true anywhere, not just Australia. You know?
Too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
It's not true, but people vẫn làm.
Yeah, which sucks. But people still do it. Still do it là vẫn làm. Yeah, still do it. All right. Okay, so number 3. In Brazil, you should not talk about soccer. That is so strange.
Soccer.
Do you think that's true in Brazil?
No.
Yeah. Why shouldn't we talk about soccer? I mean, I think Brazil is one of the countries who's like
chơi
I know. So you probably should talk about soccer. You probably should look up about soccer before you go to Brazil. You know?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
Yes.
All right. So number 4, my page. In Turkey, it's okay for male friends to kiss each other on both cheeks. Think it's correct?
No,
No?
I don't know too.
Well, just because it's not acceptable here doesn't mean that it's not either in another country, you know?
Yeah.
So make a guess. What is your guess?
I think it's true.
You think it's okay?
Yes.
Why?
Em nghĩ vậy thôi chứ em không biết tại sao nữa.
You need to have a reason. You know, like sometimes you might think that an answer or a guess that you have is random, but in fact you might have subconscious reasons in your mind. I don't know. So you should think a little bit. There has to be, you know, a bit why. Maybe you think Turkey is close to each other, so that's the tradition, maybe.
Yeah.
Like there has to be a reason.
Yes.
So what is your reason?
I think it's true.
Is to
Because Turkey is in US. It's near.
It's near. Uh,
No.
yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. You know, in a speaking test, even if you don't know what to say, even if you don't really have any reasons in mind, you still have to, you know, think of a random reason and say it. Otherwise, you don't have grades, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you don't know why, make it up. Okay?
Yeah.
In a speaking test, it doesn't really matter if you are right or wrong. As long as you speak, then you get grades. It's a speaking test. If you don't speak, you don't get grades.
Yeah.
So okay, now make up any reason. What can it possibly be? Make up any reason. Just create anything. It doesn't have to be right.
Relax. Turkey là nước gì chị?
Thổ Nhĩ Kỳ.
Turkey. Nghe tên nữa thôi. Thì em có ăn bánh mì ở đây. Bánh mì Thổ Nhĩ Kỳ. Yeah.
Okay, and how does that relate to the tradition of male friends kissing each other on both cheeks?
I think it's good.
Yeah, you probably haven't thought of anything, but so in a speaking test, if you come into this question and you say yes and they ask why, maybe you can say that well, Turkey is a very distant country from mine. In my country, we don't do that, but I guess that in a country so far away, they do. You can say that and get some points and not fail the test. Okay, so okay, number 4, your place.
In return, it's okay to eat on the street.
It's okay to eat on the street. I think so.
Let me think, 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 think. Pretend.
Do you think so?
Theo em biết á, thì cái này là
Uh,
đảo.
English.
If I think it is a đảo, đảo. Tại vì em từng
English. Mm-hmm.
I listen to my brother say là in Britain là đảo anh.
It's an island?
Yes.
Really?
Tại vì I listen to my.
Mm-hmm. But do people eat on the streets in Britain?
I think no.
Why not?
Vì anh nói cái là đảo anh.
Okay. So how would you say that in
Nếu
English?
mà nó không phải là đảo Anh thì nó sẽ có thể. Because in a many country, mỗi country đều
Each country?
each country have a street food.
You think any country has their own street food? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, I see. All right, so now let's check out our guess. Let's see if it's correct or not, okay? Page 93.
Where answer?
The answers. Where is it? Odd numbers are true. Okay. Okay, so here. Odd numbers are true and even numbers are false. Even numbers are true and odd numbers are false.
Yeah.
So mine is odd is right, even is wrong, and
Even number là số lẻ đúng không chị?
đúng rồi. Okay, so now let's check our answers. Let's see.
Đợi em chút. Ủa nãy giờ em có ghi.
It's okay. I just wrote it down here. So. Okay, so odd is correct. So the correct answers are 1 and 3. In Korea, you take off your shoes before entering your home, and in Australia, you shouldn't cut in line. Those are the two things that are correct. I think we got it right. We guessed it correct. I think so.
Yeah.
But for number 2 and 4, you got one wrong. Oh wait, yeah. 2 and 4, we got one wrong.
Oh my.
Yeah, because we guessed that number 4 is true. Didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a nice guess. So actually, yeah, in Turkey, it's not okay for male friends to kiss each other on both cheeks. I guess nobody wants that much of closeness from other people.
Yes.
Nice. They're so annoying. I think the internet is kind of, it's kind of slow again, right?
Yes, I know. Yeah, that's right.
Right. Number 2 and 4. In Saudi, forgot. Like, let's check it out again. Saudi Arabia. Yeah, Saudi Arabia. That's correct. In Saudi Arabia, you should eat only with your right hand. So it's true, and we guessed it was true. So yeah, good job. I think we did a good job. Number 4. Yeah. Number 4. In Britain, it's okay to eat on the street. Yeah, yes, correct as well.
Yes.
In Japan, direct eye contact is very important. My guess is that it's not correct. And yeah, my guess is correct. Wait, so is your guess correct?
Yes.
Is it? Here, about this. Did you guess correctly?
Cái đó như em chọn là đúng.
Ừ, vậy thì em đúng hay em sai?
Vậy là em đúng.
What? This statement is
Tại
incorrect.
vì cái ghi là even là true.
Even là true mà cái này là true. Cái này là số chẵn hay số lẻ?
Là số lẻ mà chị.
Vậy thì nó đúng thì cái câu này đúng hay là sai?
Đúng.
Mà hồi nãy chị đoán thì nó sai nhưng mà em đoán câu này là đúng hay sai?
Dạ đúng.
Ủa hồi nãy em đoán câu này đúng hả?
Dạ đúng rồi, tại vì nó là eye contact.
Ok. Mà hồi nãy em cho là câu 1 đúng mà ta phải không?
Dạ.
Hồi nãy nếu mà em cho rằng câu 1 đúng nhưng mà thật ra câu 1 nó sai, vậy thì em sai mới phải chứ. Hiểu ý chị không?
Ủa, tại vì cho nên nó ghi là even là đúng mà.
Thì even là đúng, nghĩa là câu 2 với câu 4 là true. Em hiểu không?
Even là số lẻ đúng chị?
No, even là số chẵn em.
Bây giờ chỉ là số lẻ.
Even là chẵn, odd là lẻ.
Dạ.
I'm gonna put it here. New vocabulary for you. Even numbers like 2, 4, 6, 8. And odd numbers like, yep, I hope this will help.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
So, were you right or were you wrong about when you guessed about number 1?
Number 1 là em sai.
Yeah, so exactly it is. So, number 3, this statement is incorrect. But were we correct?
Yes.
Yeah, we were correct because we thought it was wrong and it is wrong, so we were right. Yeah, okay, very good. So, until Sunday, do your grammar exercise, okay?
Yeah.
And also, please do the writing as well. You don't have to, okay, when you do these 2 writing exercises, can you turn on a watch and, there are 3 writing exercises. When you do it, can you, turn on a watch and then tell me how long it took you to finish these 3 tasks?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that, okay? So what are the 2 things you should do before Sunday?
Sẽ làm grammar verb với lại cái writing.
Rồi khi làm writing thì em nên nhớ cái gì?
Cái bấm giờ.
Đúng rồi, em canh giờ coi em làm 3 cái bài viết đó thì nó tốn bao nhiêu. Còn cái past verbs này thì nó rất là nhiều bài. Em làm cho chị trang 1 và trang ủa đâu mất rồi. Em chỉ làm
Chị có ghi trong cái để ý rồi em biết.
đúng rồi, làm trang 1 và trang 4 thôi nha.
Dạ rồi.
Okay, so bye.
Bye.